The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors. Lighting for ECAT production provided by the Avery Lee Williams Family Foundation.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. We are already at the end of the first week of January. Well, we're in the second week of January now. 2025 is already an awesome year for the show. Got a couple of Rapidudes tonight down in Rhode Island, I guess. Before I get to them, of course, going to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So, we have A1 Auto Unlimited in Wareham for all your auto needs, now offering Rust Coat car protection services in Wareham. We have Vineyard Farm in West Bridgewater. Great to have them back. Oh, that's a new name from the old store that it used to be. Company, I should say. We have Casey Dance Expressions in Raynham. We have Lola's Asian Mart, also in Raynham. Lola's Asian Mart, LLC. We have Pizza Time Restaurant in Norton. We have the Antique Mall in Lakeville. We have a new one, Identity Coffee Company in Taunton. We have Madigan Land Surveying in Middleborough, LLC. We have Uplifted Nutrition in Taunton. We have Brian's Barbershop in Kingston. We have Lynch's Towing, Auto, Cycle, and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. My pal Lynchy there is always in search of new scrap metal, wheels, anything to do with transportation. He handles it all. We have Pal's Driving School in Middleborough, now setting up classes for March, April, and June. Got to get on that website. We have European Auto Sales in Whitman. We have RW Carpet and Flooring in Norton, covering floors for 50 years. We have Diesel Plus Unlimited in Whitman. We have One Good Credit in Brockton. We have a new one, Star Driving in East Taunton. We have another new one, Bristol County Wine and Spirits in Berkeley. We have Fournette and Associates, Attorneys at Law, PC in Brockton. We have the Riverside Cafe in Wareham, open 6 days a week, all except Wednesdays, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. They make the best breakfast from Boston to the Cape, and they deliver. We have Tom Auto in Middleborough. We have Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We have Doggy Boutique, all-breed professional grooming for dogs and cats, run by my great next-door neighbor, Debbie Siddell in Brockton. We have the Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We have Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We have Evan Young Realty, that's my brother, the realtor. We have Haven Psychiatric Services right here in the building in room 211. We have Eli's Auto Care in Taunton, and we have Joe's Diner in Taunton. I want to thank you guys very much. And now, what do you go by, Cypher Equality?
We go by Gorilla House.
Okay, Gorilla House. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of cool names on your page, and I want to know which one you prefer so that we can have a great chat about them. Okay, so you got a very, very interesting Facebook page there, and you guys are partners in crime, basically, right? In the industry.
Absolutely.
Okay. So how long you been doing rapping? I'm gonna profile each of you guys, talk about your childhoods and how it got you where you're at. But let's start with that. How long have you been doing rapping? Each of you. You can each interject in the conversation, so that way there won't be any confusion. So go ahead.
I've been doing rap music for a long time, you know what I'm saying? But like on record, I've been doing music since 2011 or 12, something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My first project dropped August 28th, 2012.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was called Garley Volume 1. You know what I mean? And everybody liked it, you know what I mean? Showed me love. And then from there on out, the rest has been history.
Okay. Did you start it all? You guys are in Rhode Island, right?
Sincerely.
Where
Absolutely. We're in Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, have you guys lived there your whole lives, all your lives?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could say that somewhat for me, but I'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah, but okay. Now, this project you just talked about in 2012, that originated in Rhode Island. And what inspired you to start it exactly?
What inspired me to start music was like listening to all the music that was here before me, you know what I'm saying? Like Wu-Tang, Boot Camp Click, Mobb Deep, M.O.P., Nas, you know what I'm saying? Royal Flush, Mike Geronimo, you know what I'm saying? The classic golden era of hip hop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was so much a fan of that, I had to continue to carry the torch for that. know what I'm saying? And I'm doing an immaculate job at that.
I got to
Straight up.
tell you, just the way you talk, it sounds like you got it down. You got the rhythm down. You got the words down. I mean, you're very poetic, obviously, and I guess that's what you got to be to, to be successful in the industry. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, all right. But you weren't. I mean, you're probably in your. I'm guessing looking at you guys, you're probably in your 30s now. So, right, give or take. Okay. So what did you?
Yeah.
Well, 2012, you were in your 20s probably. So what did you do as children? I want to know. Were you musically inclined back then? Or what were you doing as kids? And how did it get you in where you're at now?
Yeah, definitely was definitely musically inclined. Like
Okay.
same way. Like listen to a bunch of old school hip hop. We
Okay.
grew up on that. Really. Like yeah.
You want to name
For
some
sure.
of the people you emulated?
Also like Dipset,
No, that's
G-Unit.
fine. There's so many of them. It's just you just like the sound of it. Didn't matter so much who it was, it's just how it sounded. So,
Yeah.
and of course, so many artists now. It's incredible. Okay, all right. So once you did this project in 2012, you guys did it together, right?
No.
Nah, that was a solo project. We didn't start doing music together until about 2022.
Oh, okay, just a couple of years ago. All
Yeah.
right. So in a way, that was kind of a revelation. So what we want to talk about is how you met up and everything. But all right, let's talk about that 2012 project. A lot of people liked it. Where did you go with it after that? Did you take it on the road? Did you get on the radio?
Nah, no radio play, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely did a couple of shows, a couple of promo shows, you know what I'm saying? Just to let people know that I got the music out and, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that
Okay.
was supporting the music, they have a place to go to find it now.
Where did you do the shows? You want to tell us where? I'm just curious. What venues?
It was majority of the shows were in Rhode Island. My first time performing, I was at AS220. And then the second time performing, I performed at Pawtucket at a place called the News Cafe. And
Okay.
then the third was at a place called Culture back out here in Rhode Island. Providence. And then there was a place out in Woonsocket. Not Woonsocket, Lincoln. I forget the name of that place. I apologize for getting that name, but those are the 4 shows that I did when that dropped.
Okay. And then did you guys do videos and stuff too, right?
Yeah, we do videos.
You do videos. All right. So how did you guys become a team? That was only a couple of years ago. So how did that happen?
I knew him over 25 years. So we used to come out here from New York, you know what I mean, to see him. And whenever I come out here, I'd make sure that I see him. You know what I mean? So like anytime that I was out here, it wasn't a time where I didn't see him. So this is my brother right here.
Okay, that's awesome. All right. So just now, the name of your rapping is Gorilla House, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, I know this is kind of silly, but can you each tell me your real name so I can talk? So if I'm talking to each of you, I know who to say, who I'm addressing. It's up to you, but that's just just a thought.
No problem. My name J.O.E. That's Justice Cypher Equality.
Okay. And you?
It's S.A.V.
Okay.
S.A.
You know what I'll do? I'll call you. Got your orange hood and gray hood. How's that? Is that
That's
okay?
cool.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because sometimes the names are hard to remember. I had a hard time. Yeah, I'm still working my way through the novice stage, even though I've been doing the show for 15 years. And sometimes you have to just kind of, you have to like take little clues and use them for your benefit. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. All right. All right, so the kind of music that you do, I know we talked about that. It's pretty intense stuff. And have you been on the radio before?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell us where have you been on the radio?
We have been on the Franchise Report. We played on what's the name of that station? WBRU.
Oh,
Yeah, we was
Brown.
on WBRU.
That's a great station, WBRU. That's awesome. Yeah, are either of you guys college educated?
Nah, not college educated.
All
I
right.
am high school educated though.
I understand. All right. What about like when you were in high school? What kind of did you do music there too? Did you rap in high school?
I've been rapping since elementary school.
Me, no, not really. Like I started rapping in 2012,
Okay.
but actually stopped rapping for a long time. 2 years, like about 2, 3 years now. Well, yeah. We in the new year now, so like about 2.5 years now. I just got back into it.
Okay. Did you guys go to school together, or no, you just met recently, or like in the last few years?
We did go to school together, but I had no acknowledgement that he was in the same school as me.
Oh, okay, that's
So
interesting.
passing by in the hallways, and I didn't even know that was him, and he didn't know that was me. So years later, we found out, like, yo, you went to the same school. I was like, oh shit, yeah, we was at the same school, and we never really knew it because it was a big school. And then this side of this side of the school, it had everyone that I knew, and then the other side of the school, I had to get to know everybody.
Oh, cool. That's amazing. I know it's amazing how things work out like that. Life is funny. So your paths never crossed until it was time to do something spectacular together, and now you've done it, and on you go. So where do you perform now, guys? When you go, I mean, what kind of gigs have you had now that we've started the new year? Where are the most recent places you've been performing?
We do a lot of local shows. We've done some like out of state shows, but we do a lot of shows at D Spot. There's a place called D Spot. It's around like Broad Street.
Best chicken ever over there.
Chicken A1.
Is that Providence?
Yes, for
Okay.
sure.
All right, so you're pretty much stationed in Rhode Island. But have you gone out of state at all? Have you gone to New York? Have you gone to like some of the clubs down there or anywhere else, or Connecticut?
Yeah, we've been out there. Like we've been in New York. We haven't performed in New York, but we've been out there like networking and connecting with different people and stuff like that. We've been to Fall River. We've performed out there.
Okay.
We've been trying to like venture out a little more, definitely for sure.
We're trying to get a show in Connecticut right now, and a show back.
Yeah, you guys are sort of making a statement like we're awesome dudes. Have you ever done any acting before in addition to the rapping? Either of you?
Yes,
absolutely.
Actually, we're in filming right now. Actually.
Oh, talk about the project you're filming right now. That involves acting, if you would.
Say it again.
Talk about
the acting gigs.
Oh,
what we in right now is what we in right now. We in the midst of shooting a movie called Friend or Foe.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Big homie Coda.
Yeah.
He's in charge of that, and he asked us to be a part of it because he came to a show that we was performing at, and he brought someone else that's in the movie. He brought him with him, and he was like, yo, these guys will be great for that part. So he called, he didn't call me, but like he pulled me and SAV to the side, and then we was talking, and we heard the rundown on the script. And the day that we got the script, we was locked in.
Wow, okay.
Artist too.
Absolutely.
Okay, where are they shooting it? Are they currently shooting it, or is it all done?
We're still shooting that movie right now.
Okay, and whereabouts are they shooting it?
Right now, we got one location, Providence, or we might be shooting out of Pawtucket, and we might take this to Connecticut or New York.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, that's pretty sweet. Have you guys ever maybe just written anything that might be like considered a film or used it as a film script? I'm just wondering.
No, but I've thought about it.
It might be kind of a cool idea.
We never really thought about that. Well, I never really thought about that. I can't speak for bro, but I never really thought about writing a script for a movie.
Okay.
But nowadays, I'm kind of considering it now because of the creativity that comes along with writing a script.
Yeah, I haven't wrote one, but I want to know how to structure it better, basically.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, are there any other members of your band Gorilla House, or is it just you guys?
There were 2 members a part of it, but they're enjoying retirement, raising their children.
Okay, because I'm thinking maybe I mean there's all kinds of you have such a way of talking. It's really intense. It's really cool. It really gets a message across, and it makes people impressive. Have you ever done any drawing, painting, anything like that? I don't know. You kind of look like you're both artistic. It's some of your Facebook page pics look pretty interesting. Like some of the calligraphy I've seen in there. Not just the calligraphy, but the some of the.
I do a little drawing. And my wife, she actually does a lot of painting.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, is she part of the team too? I mean, now.
Yeah, definitely. She's the hidden hand.
Oh, that's
sure.
great. Okay.
She's the important piece, man.
Well, does she sing and rap as well?
She sings.
Okay, so she sings with you guys.
Not yet, but she will.
Soon,
will.
we're gonna get that done soon.
Okay, yeah, you're making it happen. I know everything in its right time. I get it. Do you guys have
Sure.
kids? You guys have your kids too? Your own? Either of you have children?
I have a daughter. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I suppose she's a big inspiration too. Your children.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now you and your boy Local were pretty tight, right?
That's the big
Yeah,
Brody.
that's big homie
Shout
right
out
there.
your boy Loco.
Yeah.
That's my boy Loco. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was a great dude. He was a great guest here in studio. And D and his manager. And then we had a couple other people that I know the names escape me. Sometimes they do, unfortunately. All right. So now that
Shout out Moolah and Headliners ENT too. Us never them.
Absolutely. Us never them.
For sure.
okay. So what are your projects, coming up and, in this month, new month, new year? What are you doing? Now you write your own stuff, right? You write your own beats, correct or not?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We write everything. And on top of that, I got my 4th solo album dropping, Ghetto Influential. That should be dropping any day now. We got the 3rd Gorilla House album done, and we ready to drop that. And we just got started on the 4th Gorilla House album. That's called, the name of the 3rd album of Gorilla House is called Throughout the Eastern Lowlands, from NY to RI. And the name of the 4th Gorilla House album is APE. And that stands for Apply Pressure Every Time.
Yeah, and I got a EP coming out soon.
Okay.
You
got a title for it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering. I mean, sometimes what?
I got my 5th album. To that, it's called Gorilla Father, and that's in the midst of being worked on as we speak.
Oh, yeah, you're frozen up a little bit there. There you go. That's better. Okay, that's the phone. All right. So you've already got how long did it take you to turn out all those albums? I imagine it sounds like you guys do it like an assembly line pretty quick.
We do get these albums done pretty quick. Our first album, we started doing that. Well, the first album had a little bit of a slowed up process because we had a member that used to be down with us.
Okay.
And then he left the group, and then he started disrespecting the group. So we ended up exchanging disc records. Of course, I won, but we started exchanging disc records, and then he left. He was officially no longer part of the group. So then once that was handled, we got back to working on the album, and we finished the first album, Welcome to Eastern Lowlands, and that dropped June 14th, 2023. And then the next album, we was working on the 2nd and the 3rd album at the same time while we was working on my 4th album.
That's pretty much how we do every project. We like interchange through different albums. Like it's crazy.
I'm sure it is. So you guys you guys have rap meetings where you bounce ideas off each other to see what's going to work for us. Is that how that goes?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, okay, that's what I figured.
We used to have we used to have those meetings, but it's just me and him. We talk every day, so.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure. That's awesome. All right. You guys do other things too, just short order cooks, anything like that. I'm just wondering if you do anything else, anything that might inspire you, to create more great music. Obviously, that's what you want to do. That's your big deal, is your music. You're rapping.
Well, shout out to Spaced Out Snacks. She came out with Gorilla House cookies for us.
Okay.
350 milligrams. She also created Gorilla Fingers for us. That's extended pre-rolls. Great weed. Also, we have a strand, the Gorilla strand of trees. That'll be soon. That's coming soon. But the Gorilla House cookies and the Gorilla Fingers, those are available. You just have to contact Spaced Out Snacks.
Okay.
And when it comes to the cookies, it's just 1 or a dozen. You know what I mean?
Okay, so she's
all spaced out. She gonna hold you down with whatever you need.
Oh, you're frozen up again.
Damn, cut out again.
Your image froze up again. Can you do something with the phone? There you go. That's better. Oh, so you bake.
My bad about that.
That's okay. That's fine. So okay. So she bakes cookies for the band. Is that it?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's good. You got to have your sugar rush so you have energy, I guess. All right. That's awesome. Okay. But just wondering, does she ever bake for any restaurants too? I'm thinking maybe if she's that talented, maybe she can do that as well. I'm just curious.
Well, it's infused with THC, so as long as the restaurant has
Oh, I understand. These are special
that, then-
cookies.
yeah, very special cookies.
Oh, I get it. Okay, you like the weed. I know. I used to take pot brownies back when I was 19. I loved them in the old days. Listen, I love the fact that it's legal. I think it's great. I don't use anymore because of my health. I'm 65 and I'm trying to, and I have asthma, so it wouldn't be practical for me to smoke anymore. Plus, I'm high on life anyway.
Nah,
Surviving all the stuff I've survived. That's why I'm, but it's great that you guys have all that stuff available now, and there's no problem with the cops or anything. Yeah.
absolutely. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, I know. Getting high is fun. Don't get me wrong. I've done it many times. Not in this century, but over in my younger years, I lived for it when I was a teenager every day for like 5 years, and then I just gave it up cold turkey just before my 20th birthday back in 1979. You guys probably weren't even around yet. Right. Okay. All right. So, do you feel that? That having been said, do you feel that being stoned makes you write more? It makes you feel more in tune with your music when you're stoned? A lot of the musicians feel like that. That's nothing new, but is that true with you guys?
I mean, with me, that's kind of 50-50.
Okay.
Because like sometimes when I'm smoking, I do come up with good ideas for songs. And then sometimes when I'm not smoking, I come up with good ideas for songs. So it's very 50-50 with me.
Okay. Now, do you like to insert humor in your music? Because that's always something. I mean, with rapping, I'm always listening for lyrics that'll make me laugh. Just a thought. I'm just wondering, do you guys sort of like focus on that sort of stuff or not? If not,
not really. Not really, but like, I mean, I've thought about it.
Yeah, you might want to create humorous lyrics, something that, that gets people laughing. I mean, I'll tell you what, I could see you guys doing like almost like a stand-up bit together. Stand-up comedy. You guys, like, it could be, but it would be kind of a dark stand-up comedy. It would be the kind of comedy that, that gets people, shaking their head but laughing because what else can they do, right? Either that or just run out in fear out of the club if you happen to be like, assuming that's where you're performing this stuff. That's just a thought. I always try to give advice to my guests that could behoove them down the line. Especially if you're getting stoned, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I used to get stoned, I'd watch the Three Stooges and laugh my butt off for hours at a time, or so stuff like that, I mean, and I always thought about, even then I used to write stuff back, I wrote a book of poetry when I was 19. I was stoned when I did that, and it came out pretty good. And I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying that I know it's fun. I know marijuana is a fun substance because I've used it plenty, and I don't miss it, but I'm glad that you guys enjoy it, because if you got to do in life what you enjoy, that's the mainstay, pretty much.
Absolutely.
Do you ever write songs about getting high and about I mean, I don't know. I just thinking like Boys in the Hood, that kind of thing, stuff like that.
Yes, we did write one, and we just put that on the third album. And I had solo wise, I had a couple of songs that was dedicated to smoking weed.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, all right, that's awesome. And now you say you write who plays the music for you? I know you write your own beats. Do you play your own music as well? Do you have instruments, or do you have something in the background? How does that work? You know what I mean?
I do play instruments. I play the drums.
Okay.
And I learned a little bit of the keys, but all of our beats, we go to actual producers for those.
Okay.
So we go see Feral G sometimes, and we go see Lethal Needles. We go see DJ Keytronics. We go see, who's the other producer? Danny Rose.
A2.
We go see A2. We go see NY Bangers. So we got a nice variety of producers.
And we got a friend who do play drums. His name is Jan. He goes
Jam on the drums.
Name of Jan.
Okay.
Jam on the drums.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I know you need drums because it's rhythmical. And you said you played the drums too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, when you guys do your music videos, do you edit them yourselves, or do you have help with that as well?
We have help with that.
You have help, or do you do it?
We have help with that.
We got help.
You have help. Okay, yeah, I know. Editing isn't easy. I've tried it too. I've done it. I've done some film editing. I've tried to edit my show. I suck at it. I mean, I'm a talent, not a tech, but it's nice that you have such a huge team of people that are helping you and and it's making you successful and everything. Obviously. Okay. Now I noticed. What is that? I know on Orange Sweat there. What does that C stand for? Is that a Montreal Canadiens logo symbol? I'm just curious.
Nah, this is a champion sweater. This is just a regular
Okay.
sweater.
Okay, yeah, I always make observations about stuff. If I see logos, I'm always curious. All right, are you guys ever going to make up, do you have like artwork for your own bands that you're making up, like t-shirts or sweats or anything like that you can sell?
We are working on that for sure. Definitely we are working on that.
You're working on that, but you haven't done it yet, right? But you will. You will.
Little by little, we getting things done. Little by little.
What's that? You gonna what?
Little by little, we getting the merch together so everyone can start purchasing Gorilla House stuff.
Okay, great. I bet it'll be awesome. Well, guys, guess what? We're under 5 minutes to go. I hope you had fun talking to me.
Yeah, for sure.
We enjoyed this very much. We enjoyed this.
Thank you. I enjoyed it too. I always try to, be spontaneous when I'm doing an interview, and you made it easy. So what I want you to do in the remaining time, if you would, is just give. You've named a lot of people. Give a few shouts out to them because they're, we're going to get a lot of views for the show, and then we'll wrap the show up with my snap and the way we began it. So go ahead, just condense them.
Shout out Feral G. Shout out Ali Burr. Shout out DL. Shout out D Humble, my bad. Shout out CL Chino. Shout out Ben. Shout out Lex. Shout out Monami. Shout out that'll be out right now.
Shout out Stick Dominaz.
Yes, sir.
Shout out my man Guap Star Class.
Bang bang.
Shout out everybody that rock with Gorilla House. Shout out to more bees.
Shout out D Spot. Shout out Rolly.
Shout out Rolly. That's the homie. Shout out Rolly. Damn, he said Lex already. Shout out to Naughty. It's the homie.
Shout out Neff. Shout out the homie.
Shout out Neff, homie. Shout out the whole Koshin.
Shout out Bo. Shout out
Shout out the whole boot camp clique. Big up Dunny Brown.
Shout out Boot Camp. Shout out Wu-Tang.
Shout out to the Wu-Tang affiliates in the Wu-Tang.
Shout out the Locks.
Shout to the Lock. Yes. Shout to the Locks. Crazy.
Do you mean the Rock? You mean the wrestler, the Rock, or someone else?
No, the Locks.
The Locks.
Okay, all right. I thought you said the Rock. Okay, all right. That's cool. Wow, you got a pretty big following there, and that's wonderful. So that having been said, having you given all those shouts out, if you can think of if any of those people want to do my show, you got my digits. Have them text me, and we'll get them on either in person or by Zoom. I always prefer the in-person interview, but Zoom will always work, as you can see. And if you get me, like I said, I'm always looking for new people. I'm always getting more guests now from word of mouth than ever before. So now, do you have anything coming up on the horizon that you want to, mention before we wrap the show up? Any performances somewhere or some kind of revelational event?
Yeah.
If not, that's fine, but I always try to check that with everybody before we wrap the show up.
D Spot, we performing there this Saturday.
January the 11th? That's the
yes,
Saturday.
the 11th.
Yeah, okay.
The 11th, absolutely. January 11th, we are at D Spot. The second show that we got scheduled for this year is February 7th.
Okay.
We are at the VMA. The VMF.
VFW.
The VFW. Yes, we are at the VFW in Fall River. And
is that in
February
Providence?
2nd? No, that's in Fall River.
Fall River, got it. Okay. All right.
And third show will be News Cafe in Pawtucket.
Pawtucket, okay.
On February 22nd.
What 22nd? You said November?
Sorry. February 21st.
Oh, February. I thought it sounded like you said November, which is already come and gone. All right, well, you guys did a wonderful job with me. So what I'm going to ask that you do, we're going to wrap the show up in a minute. Will you stick around and let my tech guy take pics for Facebook, and then I'll tag you in them. Plus, I want to make sure that we write in the graphics what you want when we edit the show next week. Is that okay?
No problem.
Okay,
no
good.
Problem.
All right, great. All right, well, you did a wonderful job, and I want to thank everybody for watching. These talented dudes. They're really taking the rap world by storm, and I know it's going to. And on we go, gentlemen. Okay, and so that having been said, let's wrap the show up, and we'll have more great shows coming up. So, wrapping up and snapping out. There we go.
Lighting for ECAT production provided by the Avery Lee Williams Family Foundation.